It's free for members and lunch will be provided. Register to attend at AugustaMetroChamber.com. Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
From homeless to helping others, one man is trying to keep people off the streets and out of prison.
I'll be honest with you, it's remembering that feeling myself, remembering that feeling of hopelessness, going to see agencies that when they see you, they don't see you at all.
How his nonprofit is breaking the cycle to get people back on their feet.
Another top story we're tracking this evening, these dangerous temperatures sticking around even longer, with some areas right now feeling heat in the hundreds.
Here's First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley.
The weekend forecast in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks, Riley. Another shooting claims the life of a teenager. 15-year-old Jabari Webb was shot late last night on Aiken Street in Richmond County. He was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries.
Now, since March of this year, 3 other young victims have lost their lives to gun violence. 15-year-old Zaire Person, 15-year-old Jordan Gaynor, and 13-year-old Buddy Brown. Wrdw has been speaking with those close to this latest victim.
There were 2 people shot last night, Jabari and a second male. That second victim was taken to the hospital. We don't know much about the second person, but friends tell us the 2 knew each other. Family friends of Jabari said he left their house around 11 and was supposed to be back later that night. What we know from law enforcement so far is they responded to a call around 11:30 last night off Aiken Street. We have yet to hear exactly what happened, but family friends say it was a drive-by shooting. Jabari's girlfriend tells us these last hours have been so difficult.
Love him. He was such a sweet person. Sweet. He made everybody laugh, happy. He just wanted a better life.
His girlfriend said they were very close, and she held a teddy bear close to her while we talked that had a voice recording of Jamari saying that he loves her, so she is able to hold on to one last piece of him.
Just heartbreaking. Children getting shot. Just 7 miles away, another shooting investigation. This one man is recovering after being shot at the Smart Grocery convenience store on Wrightsboro Road. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office says it happened just before noon. They say the victim is expected to survive. Deputies say they're still early in that investigation.
There's a growing movement to find solutions to help the homeless population along this stretch of Washington Road and the I-20 corridor. Homelessness comes in a lot of forms, and for some, after prison, they have nowhere to turn. But one man who used to be homeless is doing what he can to house those former inmates. Meanwhile, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office still working to partner with businesses to help with the issue.
Nick Veland live on Washington Road for us. So when does that new plan go into effect?
Yeah, well, that new plan goes into effect on Monday from the Richmond County Sheriff's Office on this span of Washington Road behind me. There's already many out there providing resources for the homeless in this community, and one man is looking to prevent those from being released from jail ending up on the streets.
The cycle is going to continue. They're going to come out, they're going to struggle, and they're going to feel like it was easier being locked up. So they're going to return back.
Davarian Blunt has worked in many jails across the CSRA. He's seen this cycle on multiple levels.
My family and I experiencing homelessness back in 2018 was kind of a key point for us to really start looking at what issues there were.
Asking and receiving, he picked himself up. Now that he's on the other side, he's looking to help others.
I'll be honest with you, it's remembering that feeling myself, remembering that feeling of hopelessness, going to see agencies that when they see you, they don't see you at all.
Blunt is trying to break a common homelessness cycle. This program has 2 houses, a place where they can feel at home. He helps them get IDs, birth certificates, jobs, and rebuilding their credit. He's helped out 86 men already in the past 2.5 years. 66 saw the program through and are on the right track.
Helping one person a day, helping one person a day, helping one person a day. Over time, that 86 people didn't happen in 1 year. Right? That's 66 people making it out and doing what they're supposed to do in 2 years. That didn't happen in 2 or 3 days. It happened over time.
Making steps in the right direction so no one feels lost when they get released.
It's like seeing a family member succeed, because you do grow to become family.
where Blum says that he's looking to find a house to house women recently released from jail, and as well, if you want any more information on Blum Beginnings, we'll have that linked on our website.
He sounds like a great resource and the perfect person to be doing exactly what he's doing. Can't wait to hear more about his success in town. Nick, thank you.
Every student in Aiken County now qualifies for no-cost meals at school this year. That includes breakfast and lunch. It's great news for a lot of parents, made possible by a change to the rules by the USDA.
That change gives more high-need schools the option to offer every student a healthy school meal at no cost. Hallie Turner has a look at how this will work.
Aiken County schools are making sure this school year the last thing their students are focused on is their stomachs growling during class. And they're serving it up at no cost. Something parents say not only eases their mind, but their wallets.
Every week, parents like Tamika Ware say they go into a grocery store with a plan.
Trying to figure out what I'm gonna cook them, trying to figure out is everybody's gonna have enough of everything.
Attempting to stay on budget is becoming harder. And as her children grow, so is her grocery bill.
I'm spending almost $200 on groceries every week.
Basic items are now sky high.
Milk, breads, cheese, most of the basic items that we usually need, I'm spending $50 or $60 just on those main items.
But this year, the days of cooking breakfast and packing a lunch for her kids will be a thing of the past, which will really help with the budget.
We are bringing new and innovative, exciting menu options to the students. We want them to walk in and have restaurant quality food in a restaurant quality setting.
Last year, only half of the school district received 2 meals at no cost. That's because 40% of students at a school had to live in poverty to qualify. This year, the USDA gave schools the option to offer no-cost meals to everyone, and 25% of kids in a school were considered to be in poverty. All 43 schools have qualified, a dramatic shift in need for Aiken County.
In Aiken County, in a lot of counties, there are a lot of areas of food insecurity, and we are here to help provide support for those families in the community.
Cutting Tamika's bill nearly in half.
You don't have to worry about going to his after-school program or anything to be hungry or try to starve yourself.
Providing comfort to all parents.
I don't have to worry about making a lunch for him at 4 o'clock. I don't have to worry about making a big dinner for him, maybe at 6 o'clock.
Parents are thinking school lunches have changed a lot over the years.
Yeah, right, for sure.
That looked really good.
Pretty good.
And the district says you don't have to do anything or fill out any application to get these meals.
One breakfast and one lunch will be served to every child at no cost. Speaking of Aiken County schools, parents are still on edge, waiting on news if the new Highland Springs Middle School passes inspection. When we checked yesterday, inspectors were out checking the progress. Today, when we asked the district for an update, they say the inspection is still going on, and their number one priority is updating parents as soon as possible. Of course, this will mean whether the school opens or not on time, so we'll let you know as soon as we learn more. Still to come, with heat in the triple digits and the feels-like temps, you might want to pack up the car to head to the special water park. We have another edition of One Tank Trips coming up.
Hey, anywhere near water, that's where you're going to want to be over the next several afternoons. Heat index up to 105 through the weekend. We'll talk about that and the storm chances for you next. Weekend, it's only getting worse. Our high temperatures reaching the upper 90s next week between Tuesday and Thursday. Highs between 97 and 98.
A one-of-a-kind water park is gaining popularity for families across South Carolina. The Charleston Aqua Park is a giant inflatable that sits on a lake.
That looks like a lot of fun. Will Volk had to try it out for himself in this week's edition of One Tank Trips.
This is a different kind of water park. Welcome to Charleston Aqua Park.
I like to come here with my friends and play tag around it and push each other off, even though you're not supposed to do that.
For 5 years, kids have been running around this inflatable obstacle course on top of a lake.
I think it's a great activity for kids, families, basically anyone.
Jess Newman helped bring this to the Charleston area. They set it up over a man-made lake on Johns Island.
Do we have alligators in this lake? I can assure you we don't.
She says the lake is closed off, meaning it should only have fish, turtles, and occasionally people. If your experience here is anything like mine, you'll be taking many trips into the water.
You don't need any specific skills, really. You just run over it, slip, jump.
They also have a ropes course over the water. One wrong move there, and you'll they'll meet the same fate. At least the water is deep below both areas. For my sake, that's a good thing. Constantly falling, Will Bolt, on your side.
But he's trying. He's out there trying.
He's doing his best. Charleston Aqua Park's about 3 hours from Augusta. It costs about $18 a session, or about 45 minutes.
Okay, they do have lifeguards and life jackets are included as well. And if it works there, why not at our lake? That is a great idea.
Well, it sounds like they have theirs closed off to critters and stuff.
That's true. No critters allowed.
Yeah, but
although
it's awesome.
Can you ever guarantee there's not a gator in the
I don't know
water?
about that.
Oh, really?
It sounds like there's some sort of fencing or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Beautiful spot though. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
In Johns Island, down there on the South Carolina coast. Silicon, one man's trash is not their neighbor's treasure in Columbia County. We try to find out why this trash is piling up in Appling.
More and more bags of garbage are piling up in Appling, bringing flies and other problems along with it. McCann Waste is facing a lot of backlash on Facebook from people all across the county. A lot of people complaining about their trash not being picked up. So why are they having such a hard time? Taylor Martin went there today to try and find some answers.
There's trash everywhere in Appling.
It's been about 6 weeks and we've only had them come once to pick up our trash. We went out of town a couple weeks ago and cleaned out our fridge, and now it's been sitting at the driveway for 2 weeks.
Making people so angry they're threatening to dump their trash at the waste company's old address. It's so bad the current person living at that address made his plea on Facebook for people to stop, and he even brought in law enforcement. In an email from the Columbia County Sheriff's Office, they confirmed the home is currently on their concentrated patrol list.
It's frustrating.
On their very active Facebook page, McCann Waste states they're giving customers the option to cancel, but with no refund, leaving people no choice but to take matters into their own hands or continue to play the waiting game.
A lot of the boxes and stuff that we would normally put in the trash, we've tried to just burn, just to keep the accumulation down.
McCann Waste says they're working to find a solution, and as customers wait, I called and even stopped by their Augusta location to see what it might be, but no response. Reporting
762 all night.
More and more bags of garbage are piling up in Appling, bringing flies and other problems along with it. McCann Waste is facing a lot of backlash on Facebook from people all across the county. A lot of people complaining about their trash not being picked up. So why are they having such a hard time? Taylor Martin went there today to try and find some answers.
There's trash everywhere in Appling.
It's been about 6 weeks and we've only had them come once to pick up our trash. We went out of town a couple weeks ago and cleaned out our fridge, and now it's been sitting at the driveway for 2 weeks.
Making people so angry they're threatening to dump their trash at the waste company's old address. It's so bad the current person living at that address made his plea on Facebook for people to stop, and he even brought in law enforcement. In an email from the Columbia County Sheriff's Office, they confirmed the home is currently on their concentrated patrol list.
It's frustrating.
On their very active Facebook page, McCann Waste states they're giving customers the option to cancel, but with no refund, leaving people no choice but to take matters into their own hands or continue to play the waiting game.
A lot of the boxes and stuff that we would normally put in the trash, we've tried to just burn, just to keep the accumulation down.
McCann Waste says they're working to find a solution, and as customers wait, I called and even stopped by their Augusta location to see what it might be, but no response. Reporting in Appling, Taylor Martin, on your side.
On their Facebook page, McCann Waste says they'll give daily updates when they have them.
In Orangeburg, 4 student athletes and a bus driver end up in a hospital after a crash with an 18-wheeler. Take a look at this new video showing the impact after that crash. The front of the school bus almost gone completely. The 18-wheeler flipped over into a ditch. Highway Patrol says it happened on Highway 301 and Bonner Avenue. Troopers say there were 5 people from the Florence County School District on the way to a football camp at SC State. Thankfully, they have minor injuries. The crash, though, still under investigation.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
It's hard to believe, but high school football season is only a month away, and 4 schools in Richmond County will have brand new turf fields to play on moving forward. After months of construction, the artificial turf and track renovations at Laney, Cross Creek, Butler, and Westside are all complete. These impressive makeovers are coming just in time for the upcoming school year and helping change the way these Augusta schools play and will be hosting sporting events for years to come. I, for one, am excited to see these changes in person because they look pretty cool just from these pictures. Now, it's been a special past few seasons for the Westside boys basketball program. This weekend, the Patriots will get their hands on their 2023 state championship rings. It's not easy to stay hungry after having this incredible level of success, but head coach Jerry Hunter knows it's important to cherish these moments that are supposed to be once in a lifetime because going back to back is easier said than done.
We got 2 guys that'll be juniors this year coming up, and all they know is winning. I mean, their first 2 years, they got 2 rings. So now it's more so of it's the standard set here. So we can't afford to go backwards. So that's why when I say our off-season work is going to be fun this year, it's going to be fun. And every now and then, they can peek at the ring, but we might take them up again.
Westside's ring ceremony is taking place on Saturday at 2 o'clock p.m. in the Westside Gym. And next week, Coach Hunter is hosting a basketball camp for kids ages 9 through 12 next Tuesday through Thursday.
Thanks for that, Dan. Remember, over the next couple of afternoons, heat index running up to 105, so stay safe in the heat and stay hydrated. Now look at that 7-day forecast just after break.